Okay, we'll see if that. Okay, you know what? To test levels, let's both sing World 1-1 from Mario.
Okay. 1, 2,
2, 3,
go.
4. Honk. Fuck. Bip bip bip. $5 flagpole.
Oh, I forgot the special star.
Okay, I hit the flagpole. You know, I've realized something. For the past 2 episodes, we did not even say hello to the audience.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about saying hello to the audience.
Well, Ish, I don't know if you knew this. They can't hear us right now.
Wait, they can't hear us?
Yeah, we're on mute right now.
They put us on mute?
They put us on mute, bro.
I will let them know that we have many lovely listeners who would gladly listen to an hour and some change of us spewing liquid shit out of our mouths.
Why is it liquid? But I mean, we could.
Well, I don't know. Here's the thing, because
all right, here. Hello, you Homestuckers.
don't address them like a fucking sex educational comic from 2011.
Hello, you innovators.
Oh no, don't. Okay.
Is this episode 3 is gonna be? What are we gonna call our fan base?
Well, no, because I wanted to go in the direction of like early 2010s webcomics, like sex positive webcomics, whenever the comic creator would address the audience, it would be like, "Hello, you filthy fucking sluts! Hello, you gooey, smelly sluts!"
Don't call a slut gooey.
Exactly.
That's what you call a bottom.
Yeah, you call a gooey bottom boy, but you never say a gooey slut.
No, even if they are the same thing. From time to time.
From time to time. Well, no, it was just always funny to me. It was just like, hey, you filthy fucking sluts. You want to learn? You want to learn about the slippy hoo-ha woo-woo?
So for us, it would basically be, hello, you filthy Homestuck fans. You filthy fucking Homestuck likers. You want to hear 2 dipshits spray liquid garbage out of their mouth for an hour?
Why is it liquid? Well, no, because here's the thing. I didn't want to say hello for the first 2 episodes because I feel like a podcast is very much... I don't know, because like podcasts are definitely interactive, but...
They're definitely interactive, but like, I think...
But not to the same level as like, actually being in the room and talking to us. I feel like whenever you listen to this, it's 2 people... You're hearing 2 people have a conversation.
Yeah, obviously you can go in the comments and say like, hey, yo...
Ishmael, learn about Classpecting, you lazy sack of shit.
Oh yeah, we should do that. But like, I see what you mean. I mean, we could just
no. Here's the thing: this is all going in.
Oh shit!
So
I was about to say, is this are we like past? Are we past Ish and some girl, and this is like just our edited conversation? Am I gonna like blink and then be like, oh yeah, I got edited out, and then both of our pupils turn white?
Yeah,
that's where all the stuff on the
it's like the
goes.
Matrix. There's like a deja vu moment, and then it's like the memory's becoming unstable.
I was gonna say like the dream bubbles, but sure.
What's that?
Let me tell you about Homestuck.
Homestuck. It sounds like something that could be easily stoppable.
Boy, do I have some news for you.
So you know what? No, I think we should start saying hi, because even though it's not as like, even though, I can't have any of... I want to be able to have people in here with us and be able to talk to more knowledgeable Homestucks.
It would be nice to have, like, insert good person. I don't know. I don't have any people off the top
I
of my
can
head.
think of like 5 people I would love to have on this podcast.
I would love to have one of my friends on the podcast. That would be hilarious.
Ideally, someone that actually likes Homestuck.
Oh yeah, that too. Wait, you like Homestuck?
I mean,
What? Wait, you like it? You do know. I was gonna make another stop the Homestuck joke, but I think that's we ran our course with that. One joke per
okay,
episode.
mark on the board. It has been 0 days since they stopped the Homestuck reference. Getting to what's really important. Hello, this is episode 3 of this podcast contains spoilers for Homestuck. I'm Ishmael Fisher.
I'm some girl.
I use he, they pronouns.
I use she, her pronouns.
There we go. I don't think we've said that to you yet.
Oh, but you always put the thing up in the visuals.
Oh, but it's not as charming as when we actually say it to them.
Fair.
I'm about to say, and as we all know, we're full of charm.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about something that happened to me in school.
Hit me with it.
Actually, before I do this bit, I'm going to do another one. Okay. So we didn't have an episode last week.
You're really going to do this to me? We're live right now in front of the entire world. All 14 people who watch this.
Hey. I just wanted to let the audience know that if we get 50 likes...
Okay, so yeah, here, you know what? I'll explain it. So, guys, I'm really sorry that we didn't have an episode. Ishmael was just like, oh, I think I have a fever. My he-they fingers cannot edit anymore.
Okay, so I keep a large pile of Jane Austen books on the side of my bed, and I tripped over them. And I broke my leg. And I was like, I can't set up the recording equipment. You're too stupid to know how to do that.
And I was. Because I'm...
No, the actual reason that some girl went to a sleepover, and I was going to record a solo one, a solo pod, but it was so bad that I said, "Nah, we'll just skip a week."
This is the first time I've heard of this solo pod, or I forgot.
I don't know if I told you or not. It was just going. It was just bad.
Yeah.
Bad, misguided. I just finished filming something else. It was like 1:00 in the morning, and I was just like, "Nah, they can." I don't think we have that hungry of an audience, at least not yet.
Yeah. I will be sure. I do legitimately apologize for missing that. This is my public apology video. Please like, share, and comment, subscribe.
But if we get 50 likes, I promise I'll never leave you again.
Jesus Christ. Do you still have the email?
Nah, I lost it.
You can email them and say like, "Ayo, you still up? You up?"
You can emailing an official account, be like, "You up?" Did I ever show you that one meme of like it was some hot girl on Instagram, and the official sports? She was like live streaming on Instagram. And, you know, she was like wearing the booty shorts and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And in the comment, in like the live reply, you could just see the official Sports Center Instagram account saying, "What's good?" Like,
oh my God.
I don't know. It's like, because that's dope, because some intern's horny and he forgot that he was signed into the work account. What I love about trying to email the Mormon,
I love the idea of emailing someone, "You up?" or "What's good?" or something like that.
Like the idea, okay, I'm a firm believer in this. No one, and I mean no one, is smooth enough to be able to get laid via Gmail.
But then then Drill sent me on a quest for nothing?
Even though Drill told us that our mission is to suck and fuck on Gmail.
I do actually agree.
No. I'm sorry. Gmail, Outlook, Yahoo Mail, even Hotmail, Tutanota, Proton, all of that shit. Nothing gets me more like. Nothing makes my dick do the like Windows shutting down sound faster than seeing the UI for any email website.
That is very true. I've never been more turned off than looking through my emails.
Like, I don't understand how all these kids are like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna pop a boner in class. I'm so scared." Nah, pull up your email and it'll go away.
I mean, I guess you're right. Look, people just get boners in class since like They're gonna get boners at random times of the day, and they're probably in school for most of their day.
You're learning about fucking Christopher Columbus or glucose.
Yo,
There's nothing to get horny about.
Yo, those hydrogen atoms be looking kind of thick. Please tell me I did
Now
that
all
right.
I can imagine is like if you could tell Napoleon.
If you could tell Napoleon anything right now, what would you tell him? Hey, baby.
Sup, baby? Take me out to dinner. So, but I'm taking this class about Buddhism, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how much do you know about Buddha?
It's the cool religion. No, I'm kidding. I know that it's history. I know like where it started and whatnot. I know our dad tried to get into it at one point. That's it. I would say more. I know like the basic stuff. Let's just put it like that.
Well, so anyway, yeah. So we're watching this documentary in class about like the Buddhist life up until, reaching enlightenment and beating the devil and shit like that. And I don't know. It's like I don't like talking. I don't like talking shit about religious figures because religion is very, very important to a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
So if anyone's listening is Buddhist or anything like that, just let it be known I'm not trying to make fun of your holy figure or anything like that. That being said, this documentary made Buddha look like the biggest Sigma male in the goddamn world. Okay, so
what? No. Okay, I mean, keep going, but like, why?
Okay, so I'll go over the Buddha's life for those that don't know. I'll take my sip. Okay, so Buddha, king and queen, I forget their names, but Buddha's mom, basically, in a dream, she was told like your son's gonna be the next great religious figure. And then in her sleep, she was carried to the top of the Himalayan mountain via carried to the top of the mountain by some creature. And the Buddha was put inside of her. Stuff like that. A
lot of weird impreg in religion. Just putting it out there.
Yeah, it's about, it's like immaculate conception and shit like that.
Gotcha.
That's just a religion thing.
But what if they like did it to like blushing emoji, man.
To a man. I haven't found that religion yet. I don't know. I'm not too versed in Hindi.
What if Zeus was like, oops, I accidentally put a baby in a man?
That'd be dope.
And read my
way cooler than being a swan and fucking women.
Yeah. Being a swan and fucking men.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, sorry.
So the Buddha gets born, and he has a symbol on him, and the wise men are like, oh, that symbol means one of two things. Either he's going to be a great ruler, he's going to be like a world ruler, or he's going to be the next religious figure. That's just what this symbol is. It's just either big religion or it's ruler. And the king's like, ooh, I got me an heir. And as the Buddha grows up, he becomes more and more curious about I should also note that he's not known as the Buddha yet.
But is the Buddha his name?
Wait one moment. So Siddhartha, at this stage, he's like, a young man, stuff like that, and he is taken out of the castle where he lives, and he sees a farmer plowing a field, and a worm coming out from the ground that is plowed, and a bird eating the worm. And Buddha sees this, and he's like, why'd that worm have to die? That's fucked up. And then he's like, wait, why does the farmer have to work so hard? And he starts thinking, and he's talking about like how for the bird to be happy, the worm has to suffer, and for the farmer to be happy later, he has to suffer. And the king's like, oh, he's thinking too much. Okay, you're gonna stay in this castle forever. You are not allowed to be thinking these. I want you to be a good thinker because you're going to be the king, but like you shouldn't be thinking that hard. To which the Buddha's like, well, shit. What the fuck do I do now? And the king's like, don't worry, I'm going to hook you up. and he gets like all these like sexy girls in there. And the way that the documentary shows this, it's like the Buddha like looking like
Well, okay, we'll describe how that looks since this is a visual.
no, I'm gonna pull I'm gonna actually pull up the documentary for this video so you can just see what he looks like.
Gotcha.
And all these girls are like dancing around him and like being all sexy, and Buddha's just got a death stare at something off screen. He's just too deep in thought, and he can't put up with these fucking hoes.
Sigma male moment.
So it's a Sigma moment, and you're like, okay, yeah, Sigma. Like haha, Sigma moment. That's like, and that would be good enough joke to mention on the podcast.
Yeah.
This is not a joke. So moving on after that. Later on, Buddha grows up and he's like, man, I fucking hate this shit. And he's like, and then the king's like, son, you need to go and do some shit. And Buddha's like, oh, okay, I'm going to go. And he's like, and here's your follower. He'll guide you. And he's like, okay, dope. So they're walking through the countryside and they go to another town. And the Buddha sees an old man for the first time in his life. And he's like, what the fuck? He's like, what the fuck is that? And the guide's like, oh, how do I explain age? And he's like, Prince, time comes for us all, and we will all get old. And Buddha's like, even me? And he's like, yeah, even you.
Nah. You're going to live forever, little kid.
Yeah, well, no, at this time, he's like 16.
Oh.
So he goes on this big trip, comes back home, and now he has this thought of age in his head.
Yeah.
Then he goes out on another trip and he sees a sick man. And he's like, what's going on with him? And the guide's again like, well, people can get sick. He's like, anyone? Yes, anyone. So wear your face mask and wash your hands. So now
wait to the camera.
Yeah. So the Buddha now has knowledge of age and knowledge of sickness. Mm-hmm. And finally, the third time the Buddha goes out of the castle into the countryside and sees other people, the Buddha sees a dead man.
Yeah.
And Buddha's like, what's up with that? And the guide's like, oh, it's the funeral proceedings for him. He has died. And Buddha's like, what's death? We'll talk about Homestuck eventually, I promise. Yeah. So anyway, so Buddha now knows that death exists. And so he now has these 3 things in mind. And so on the 4th trip, he then sees a beggar. He sees a poor man. And he's like, what's up with him? Broke ass bitch.
Huh. No drip. The hell? Where all his drip go?
You see that guy? No sauce.
No sauce.
And the advisor is like, he has decided to give up all earthly possessions to try and understand the real world. To try and understand everything, because that's like that's like the underground religion at the time in India.
The beggar?
The beggar, yeah, he's a monk.
Oh, okay.
He's given up everything in the pursuit of knowledge and of self. And Buddha's like, oh, that's what it is. It's like, and so Buddha like cracks out of his egg, and he's like, okay, this is what I need to do. I need to
wait. Hold on, he's trans?
I'm using that. Sorry, I'm stealing your egg metaphor.
No, he can't steal that.
Breaks out of his cocoon. There. Happy?
Squints eyes nervously.
So anyway, so Buddha's like, okay. Oh, by the way, non-Sigma thing that he did. He does have a wife and kids. So yeah, so he has a wife and kids. But in the middle of the night, he's like, oh my God, no, I can't do this king shit. I need to learn what life is about. Like, because all I know from it is that I get treated good, but outside suffering happens no matter what.
Yeah.
So I need to go and understand how to overcome suffering. So he leaves his kid and wife in the middle of the night to go grind on these philosophical questions. So that's another Sigma moment from Buddha.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
So he goes off.
We got 2 Sigma points and 1 negative Sigma. That turns out to 1 Sigma point for him.
Oh, you're about to fucking get to the realest Sigma point of all time. So Buddha begins his spiritual quest. And during this time, he's like meeting up with other thinkers and stuff like that. And he's like, okay, how about this? How do I do this? And it's like, well, you need to be able to understand if the world is built around suffering and it's this inescapable thing, then you need to experience so much suffering so that you get a better sense of it. And Buddha goes, okay. So Buddha goes on like a 30-day long fast.
That will kill you.
Yeah, he built different. So it's like, and like the legend goes, it's like he limited himself to like a grain of rice a day to truly experience suffering and know it as well as he could. He's about to die. He doesn't die. Because some random girl comes up and is like, man, you look fucked up. Well, here's some rice. And he eats it and he's like, okay, probably shouldn't do that again. But how should I go about experiencing this? And he finds a guitar player.
They had those?
Yeah, some say guitar, some say sitar. Either way, it's a stringed instrument, and he's tuning the instrument. And the Buddha's like, oh, if he tunes the string too loose, he can't play the note. But if you tune it too high, the string breaks. Yeah. So he needs to find this like middle road. By the way, Aristotle had a similar way of thinking about the world when thinking about the good in society. It's that like the worst case scenario and the best case scenario, something within the middle of those two will work well. This is called the middle path for Buddha. And he's like, okay, I understand this now. I'm going to sit under a tree until I figure all the shit out. Now, it's important to understand one of the things that really got Buddha going was the idea of reincarnation.
Really?
Because if life is suffering, according to the Buddha, and that to live is to suffer in some way, whether it's from age, disease, poverty, or, of course, death, and, of course, a myriad of other things, hunger, sadness, shit like that.
So wouldn't that mean that reincarnation is inevitable, endless suffering?
Yes.
Oh.
So how do we get out of that? Because we don't want to suffer, right?
I don't know.
So how do we escape this constant cycle of suffering? Well, the Buddha's about to sit under a tree and find out, and he's not going to leave the spot until he gets there. And during this time, he meditates so hard that he ends up finding like a demon in his mind. He basically goes to like the deepest point of his mind, and he finds the demon Mala. And it's not like Satan really. It's like just like this. I guess the closest thing I can really think of is like Gygus.
All right.
It's like this like fucked up evil thing with inside Buddha that is like all of these horrible thoughts.
And we all have one of these things?
The documentary didn't really make that clear. I don't know if we all have it.
Is it just Buddha because he has the special, or is it, do I have my own demon that I'll have to have a boss fight with?
Okay, here's the thing. I haven't read too much of the Buddhist writings, so I'm not sure yet. I don't know if we all have this boss inside of us that we need to get out. Because definitely the story doesn't make it as like, a Jesus thing, like Jesus died for our sins. Buddha did not get rid of Mala just like, to save us or anything like that. It just seems to be more of like, this is like the final boss of Buddhist enlightenment. And Mala is like, he like famously shoots a bunch of flaming arrows at Buddha, and Buddha just puts up his hand, and in his calm state, all the arrows turn into lotus flowers. And then he's like, oh, okay. You're going to be calm, huh? You're going to be like a real calm guy?
Well, I'm going to start pressing buttons.
I'm about to start pressing buttons. Here are my daughters.
Oh, shit.
So, like, Mala's super hot, sexy demon daughters show up, and they're like, oh,
oh, my pussy!
They're like, oh, Siddhartha, fucking ruin me. And Buddha does not feel horny. He does not feel disgust. He is just here. No emotion at all. And literally, like, they talk about the sisters melting away and, like, going away. And Mala's like, how can this be? How can you be so calm?
Fucking Sigma
and Buddha's
mindset, bitch.
And Buddha's like, I am enlightened. And Mala gets demolished, gets completely destroyed. And Buddha finally becomes Buddha. He's fully enlightened, and he realizes that to desire is to suffer. All suffering stems from some form of desire. So the only way to escape suffering, to escape the eternal loop of physical life that is suffering and escape to nirvana is to destroy all desire. Which means when those sexy demon girls try to fuck you, you just, namaste, and whoomp, get rid of them. So, yeah, Buddha's a Sigma.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's like a lot of that story swap shit I just can't follow.
What's so hard about it? What's so hard to follow about it?
I don't know. It's never really been, again, as I've said before, what do I like about Homestuck? Music, philosophy, stuff like that. What is in neither of them? What if John had God Dog? Had Beck.
But what if John had God Dog?
It's like, I don't know. It's like that question has never interested me. Okay, except for Epilogue. But again, all the stuff, all the fandom shit that people apply to Homestuck, I applied to Epilogue.
What do you mean? Like what if John? I don't know.
No. Here's the question: what if they didn't enforce English enough in their 5,000-year absence, and now everyone speaks some new language that they don't understand? What if everyone only speaks French now? Like what? If...
Yeah, or Troll French or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Troll French, which is like a fucked up Canadian version.
Yeah,
of French.
Trolls are Canadian canon.
Yeah. What if like I don't know? It's like
shit like that. Yeah.
Shit like that. Like, what if instead of Epilogue being about going back in time to fully beat Lord English, or about Vriska coming back and the Troll Revolution taking place, what if instead, I don't know, if it was like 100 pages of learning the new troll language?
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
I see what you mean, but I come from the Homestuck community.
You mean the Undertale community?
Shit. I come from the Undertale community of AUs, and there is a swapped or switched for everything. I've lost count of the names at a certain point. I doubt anyone would blame me for that, though. I was a mild fan at best. Of course, I am working on a class for this, but I just think it's a fun thought process. Especially with something like Homestuck that has a lot more of a longer narrative, I would say. I say that because Undertale in total, at least the main story route, gets beaten in like a day.
That is true. You can beat Undertale really quick.
I mean, not even like in actual speedrun terms. I mean, Frisk enters the underground, goes over to tutorial, sleeps in the bed. So let's count that as one day. Goes to Snowdin. I'm going to count this as maximum amount of times you can sleep. Goes to Snowdin, goes to the inn, sleeps. That's another day. Goes all the way through the Waterlands, which I don't think there's a place you can sleep. Same thing with the... you sleep 2 days. It takes like about 3 days in total. Except for with Asriel, then things get a bit shit loopy. But with Homestuck, it's like an entire broad-ass story where something as simple as putting a different doll with somebody as they were a kid, as their ecto child, can change the entire course of it. And I think it would just be interesting generally to see, what about a John who was raised by like a worse parent? Or what if Dave finally got the love he wanted from his bro from the beginning?
See, here's the thing. It's like, I think you're not understanding where I'm coming from with this. I don't think it's stupid.
No.
I want it to be dumb. Because I remember one AU that you showed me from Undertale that was like, okay, so it's like Undertale, right? But everyone break dances instead of doing bullet hell RPG stuff.
You idiot, that's like, dance stuff. They don't all break dance.
You mean Breaktail?
No, it's not called Breaktail. It sounds stupid. Unlike Dance
What, it's
Tale.
called Underdance?
It's Dance Tale.
You just said Dance Tale was stupid.
No, I said you said,
first off, you called it Dance Stuck.
Oh, fuck it, dude. Damn. All right. Anyways, let's make Dance Stuck. But no, it's Sans is the one who does.
A young bebopper stands in his room. Just so happens today
he's gonna break.
He's about to bust a move.
You never seen a John Egbert do it like this.
You never seen the egg do it like this before.
But okay, so you want? All right. So
sorry,
what
all I
guess
can
what I'm
imagine
seeing-
now is that one Tumblr post that's like starts breakdancing softly. What's wrong, son? and it's Kanaya doing that for Rose.
So okay, so basically, what you want more Homestuck AUs, or just AUs in general, that are just really stupid.
Yes, because that's what I loved about Undertale AUs. Because it was like Sans, but an artist. Sans, but evil. Sans, but evil, but kind of hot. Sans, but cool.
Bro, Sib, Ishmael C. Fisher. You just like stepped over an Indian burial ground, except for it's not a burial ground, it's just houses. You just stepped over like, oh, Sans, he's an artist. You mean fucking Ink Sans?
Yeah.
And Air Sans and Underfell Sans and Fresh Sans, which I wasn't really a fan of. But Ink Sans is fucking beautiful.
I'm sorry, right now we're looking at clouds and I'm pointing and saying, oh, that's a pretty one. You're like, you mean the Columbus cloud?
Bro,
You mean the cumulonimbus?
Bro, you're literally looking at like townships and you're just like, oh, that one looks stupid. I'm like, bro, that township is Ink Sans.
I'm looking at a building. I'm like, it's stupid. You're like, that's a hospital.
It's a hospital, though. Look, all I'm saying is that Ink Sans is beautiful, a great idea, and fits in perfectly with the idea of AUs.
A young artist stands in his room. It just so happens that... Like, that's the thing. I feel kind of sad that I missed out on like this great era of Homestuck LARPers.
Same. I'm mad I missed out on. What am I saying? When did Homestuck start again? 2003?
When did the epilogue start?
No, when like Homestuck started.
Oh, 2009.
2009. So I was like, whatever. I was baby.
7 years old.
Yeah. So.
No, sorry. When it officially came out, you would have been 6, but you would have been 7 in 2 months.
Okay. That I would have been baby, so I don't think I would understand it. But I would have loved to have been in the prime of Homestuck. I'm not sure if that would end up better or worse for me. Probably worse.
I don't know.
I
If
would
we
have
were
been
like
bullied. I would have been bullied the fuck. I should be bullied like now for trying to like mention to my school counselor about like, so yeah, I like talking about class specs and stuff, but none of my friends like it. And shit. I would have been like teeth constantly knocked out.
I wish I got into it sooner. I really do.
Same, yeah.
Like, there's some people like Bucky, for instance, who was reading Problem Sleuth and then was reading Homestuck as it was coming out for the entire time. It's like been in the Homestuck fandom for a decade.
Yeah, I met someone.
Jesus Christ!
I met someone on Pesterchum who was like that. It was like they don't remember a lot about Homestuck, but they remember like reading it as it was updated. And this is like, oh, I probably sound like a grandma right now, and I'm like, nah, man, you an old head. That sounds cool shit.
Yeah, when an old head speaks, you listen. It's like,
unless they speak in
they're speaking some dumb shit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's just one of those things. It's like, I'm pretty sure I would probably be for the worse because I wouldn't have gotten it.
But same. Oh yeah, sorry. Same, but like, might have been fun. I don't know.
Well,
it's hard to say.
Here's the thing. I think we're very analytically minded people and stuff like that. And we came to Homestuck with no fandom knowledge.
Yeah, well,
here's what I'm saying.
We came very little. Yeah.
Here's what I'm saying. If we came to Homestuck from Octopimp,
it would have.
We are completely different Homestucks.
Yeah.
It'd be like, I don't know. It'd be like coming to Gravity Falls because of a Mike and Neil video.
Yeah, or like or coming to like Steve Universe for a comic dub.
Yeah, or let's keep on doing it. These are fun. Invader Zim, but from a Yowie fic.
Oh shit, that's good. Or coming to, I have another one for Invader Zim. Or coming to Invader Zim since you went to Hot Topic.
Or coming from Cowboy Bebop because of some weeb's profile picture.
Ooh. Or going to Fully Cooley since you saw some porn on Newgrounds.
Hey, nice. What else? Coming to Steven Universe because of Ask Blogs.
Coming to
Actually, you know what? For all of these, it can just be Ask Blogs.
Honestly, yeah.
I have to say, I'm not sure if any Homestuck has done this yet, but has anyone done like a list, like in like whether on like the Nepeta Lejeune website, archive website, or on Homestuck.net? Has anyone done a large scale archive of Ask Blogs?
Because if so,
If
we
so,
would love to read it.
send me that. I live for.
So what have you been thinking about with Classpects? What have you been
I'm
thinking?
trying to not be so mean. Step 1.
I like this idea. So, my name is Ishmael Fisher. I've neglected Classpecting for 3 years.
I've been neglecting Classpecting. I've been a Homestuck for 2 years. I've been neglecting Classpecting for
3 years.
2 years. For 3 years. Like, going to the meeting. I'm going to the meeting. I want to learn, okay? Because everyone that I respect who has, like, strong Homestuck opinions knows this shit.
Oh, you're going to learn.
So I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn and make up for lost time.
Yeah.
It's just I'm also a full-time student, and I'm trying to get this video out, and I'm working on secret side projects.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit difficult to then sit down and blast through an entire Optimus Duelist thing while also taking notes, while also cross-referencing with, like, Blended Media, may it rest in peace.
Well, yeah.
With other Classpecting resources. With Fridge stuff.
I can send you my Classpecting resources.
Please do.
Like, I have the folder. I got the folder.
Anyone who wants to just send me Classpecting. Yeah, this is a call
Public
for help.
service.
This is a call for help. If you have anything that can help me understand Classpecting better, send it to me. DM it to me. If we're on Discord, DM it to me. If you follow me on Twitter, DM it to me. Just give me as much as I can.
Also, DM it to me. I like having these graphs. I have a folder. It helps me Classpect my characters when I make them. Smiley face.
Just send me as much as you can so I can learn.
Yeah.
Because, like, I see, like, because I mainly, the only Classpecting thing that I followed was Blended Media. And here's what I know about Blended Media. Vriska is everywhere.
And Vriska. I just imagine that one Millhouse thing where it's like, am I over here or am I here? But it's Vriska.
Yeah, no, but no, it's because Blended Media very very friendly to the beginner, because it's like, okay, here's what Vriska is. Vriska is what's she? She's a thief of light, right?
Yes.
Oh shit, ballin'. Okay, so
I was about
from
to say,
the 3-point line.
that's
Swish.
like she says that like 10 times in the
What color is grass? Green. Swish.
Swish, baby.
What is fire? Hot. Swish.
How many fingers am I holding up?
4.
For
Swish.
I should have said 8 as Homestuck.
How many fingers are you holding up?
413.
Swish.
Holding up 4 ones. Swish.
How many fingers am I holding up? A young man stands in this room. Swish.
Okay, anyway.
2009. Okay, sorry. But they were always very helpful, because for especially for a dum-dum like me, where it was like, okay, here's a character. Here's what the character does. Vriska, she's very active player. She's always running around doing shit. She puts her own ideas of the world before the actual world itself.
Mm-hmm.
She knows what she wants. She doesn't necessarily know how to get it, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then you would get a nice checklist to see, like, okay, if you're analyzing a show, does any character fit into the Vriska archetype?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, that's so handy. That's so nice. Like,
Yeah,
but because of this, anytime I would listen to the Blended Media podcasts, it would just be me going, this one's like Rose, this one's like Kanaya, this one's like... I was limited. I was very limited in my experience of it. And if I want to be a real Homestuck guy and also bring stuff that isn't Classpecting to the table, such as, philosophy, 21st century theory, more left-leaning theory that people haven't read, and stuff like that. I feel like it would be very important for me to also have an understanding of the analysis system built into the fucking thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It'd be like, it'd be like trying to like mod out Minecraft when you don't even know how to build a crafting table.
Yeah, that's a good metaphor. But yeah, for me, I fell in love with Classpecting as soon as I learned, like, so Vriska is the thief of light, meaning that she steals luck. But here are other examples of how she steals light. And I was like, what? What?
I think a lot of my resistance really was the fact that there was no, like, official quiz.
Yes, there is.
For both parts.
Shut up. Yeah, there's no official quiz.
Because I saw
yet.
this as, because I'm sorry. Okay, here's the thing. I've disliked Harry Potter from the very beginning. I'm an OG Harry Potter hater. It's kosher now to hate it because Rowling's a psycho turf.
Yeah.
But back in the day, it was like, oh my God, it's so good. It's so cool. And all that I saw from it was people being like, it's like, oh, I don't like Harry Potter that much. And they're like, what? But how will you find out what witch house you're a part of? And it was like people trying to give themselves identity through the book.
Yeah. And I'll admit, well, actually,
and it's cool. It's cool when you go the full length and you properly kin someone.
Yeah. But like, I can't say whether or not I've tried to play into my Page of Doom persona, because I'm a page. Shit never ends well for us.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the thing. It's like, it's not necessarily. It's like, oh, I don't want people trying to understand themselves better. Or at the very least, let me be more favorable to myself.
Yeah.
I don't want people trying to understand themselves. Excuse me. Don't want people trying to understand themselves through fiction.
Yeah.
Because you get the and don't get me wrong. Homestuck way better than Harry Potter. Harry Potter, you have 4 options. You are, to quote the best friends, you could either be a smart person, an asshole, the hero, or this asshole named Hufflepuff.
Or the rest. Or the rest.
Yeah, or the rest. Whatever. Hufflepuffs, we ride together, we die together.
Yeah,
you will die.
You'll
die on droves.
Meanwhile, in Homestuck, I mean, all right, look, you got the Dreaming Moons, you have the classes and the aspects, you have the... Fuck, what
and I'm just like Aradia. No,
you have Optimus Duels for this. He literally maps out every single part of Homestuck's. Oh, what did you call it? What did they call it? It's such a smart word.
Asking the wrong Homestuck. Sis.
It was like, it's the sort of thing of like, oh, what bender are you? Where you're able to like sort of meld the fiction. I'll be putting in the comment section or whatever, but like,
wait, like Last Avatar Bender?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Your classification,
maybe something like, I forget, but Homestuck has a lot of breathing room, which is why I think there's so many Spurb fan comics. It's because Krat Sorrento is a time player, but is also nothing like Dave. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's also where it confused me, because like, I think, I'm just gonna pull this out of my ass. This might be a little bit problematic, but whatever. From what I have seen, Black Homestuck fans have wildly different interpretations of Gamzee than white Homestuck fans.
Yeah.
Which might change how somebody views rage classes.
Yeah.
Which is where Classpecting was the only way Classpecting was interesting to me. Because it's like, hey, if you just don't get a character,
you can still look at their class.
It's not necessarily that the entire thing falls apart. It's like the tool doesn't necessarily work then. If you classify certain things. Like, I don't know, if you think that like the thing that holds Gamzee above everything else is XD random, then all rage players are random.
But that's not necessarily true. Rage players are not random at all. Every move Gamzee does makes sense in a grand metatextual meaning. Along with it going along with his aspect.
Maybe random isn't the wrong way to look at Maybe the Gamzee example was a wrong thing.
Well, look, Gamzee is the bard of rage, one who allows rage to destroy through them, which is what he does all the goddamn time. He allows himself to throw Terezi, now Vriska and Tavros into the sprite, creating rage that then destroys itself. Along with this, all the other sprite combinations are basically some way of telling the audience to go fuck themselves, while by it either being not allowing Aridin and Solix to solve the resolution, or having two of the characters that they probably wanted more from to never say a single word again. He creates rage.
Okay, you know what? I want to say something right here. What you just said has made me completely rethink Classpecting. I regret everything I've ever said.
I thought you were going to say what you just said is this craziest shit I've ever heard.
So that then means, yeah, never mind. Forget my straw man white boy. Never mind. That's boring. Never mind. So here's my question. So a rage player can incite rage through characters within the story, but then the rage affects not another person but us?
In some ways, at least in Gamzee's form, yes, since rage in some meanings often means breaking the fourth wall. I think Gamzee, being like one of the original characters, probably breaks the fourth wall quite a lot and does the most things that would generally piss off the audience more than anyone else. Like, okay, Equihorse is the exception to this, obviously. But yeah, no, rage, Gamzee fills us with rage by the way that he sort of just gets off scot-free by having Karkat just shoosh-pap him. Because I remember a lot of people were pissed off by that.
Oh, real quick. I know I was going to get off talking about race and Gamzee because I'm not knowledgeable enough about that. Here's all I'll say. A lot of Homestuck ass blogs that I've seen have literally had Karkat walking Gamzee around like he was a dog, like literally with a leash on his neck.
Yeah, but
that's all I'm going to say about that.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, so...
But yeah, no, rage is a chaotic class spec, which I guess does sort of fit with the XD random, but it doesn't fit it perfectly.
Who is the most XD random character then? I feel like I was wrong to choose Gamzee for that.
Okay, XD random.
Or at the very least, I don't know, like they might say like silliness is like the height of a rage player.
In a way, because rage also... Oh god, excuse me. Rage also revolves around the two masks. By the way, I'm butchering this, by the way, right now. I'm sure Optimus Duels would slap me upside my head. Of the comedy and tragedy mask. I know what I'm talking about.
Wait, so different class specs can be hot and cold, active and non-active.
Yes.
Funny and tragic?
No, that's just like a rage thing.
Oh, okay.
It's not like some rage players are... No. It's not like that. It's more that rage in Homestuck is often seen, at least the rage aspect itself, is often seen as an acting ability, which is why, or at least that's like the reference of why Gamzee always has those happy and sad masks around him, is because he is one of the few characters that can change his typing quirk on a whim and act in a lot of senses. You know what I mean? Which is another reference to rage being able to see all of it, all of the metatextual stuff, as all of it being on a stage.
Okay, so with the Homestuck musical, how does this...
Homestuck musical is actually the real Homestuck.
Okay.
The Pharmacon becomes becomes the meme. The meme.
Yeah, the meme.
Remember Long Cat-ish?
Yeah, remember Long Cat, some girl?
Yeah.
Pharmacos, both cure and poison. Adam reaches for a note, but the note is not the leaf. This is where the mistake is. The note is language. He reaches for the paper to destroy speech. Like, this is, okay, can I just say, what you are saying is on... It's not on the level of like a Deleuze or Derrida or anything like that. It's getting close.
Thank you.
Never mind. Okay, so here we go. This is the official Ishmael Fisher apology.
doing sad music.
Yeah, no, I'll put my own sad music.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Brothers.
I'm done playing League of Legends games.
I'm done making good videos. Brothers, sisters, siblings, I come to you today with a confession. I have made a mistake, a lapse in judgment, one that is so, I wouldn't say heinous, but so short-sighted that I feel like I have fallen back into a person I wish I had never been before. A high school version of me that would deem anything that didn't make sense quickly as cringe, stupid, or overblown without ever giving it a moment's thought to really dive deep into it and understand it in a way that could benefit me. Classpecting I have treated for far too long as an odd tool so that you can diagnose your friend as a dip of shit rather than actually being able to look at a story that we love and be able to understand it better. As someone who wants to understand Homestuck to the best of he/they's ability, I am going to now work my ass off and try to understand as much as I can about Classpecting to be able to better understand the story. I apologize for this inconvenience. I'm turning my speech around. This speech was sponsored by Big Gubba Shrimp. Oh my god, I love me a big old shrimp, don't you? And there.